Welcome to Course Close-Up here at Oakland Beach Golf Course. Mike Fiorillo, Ed Marin, beautiful day. And we have two special guests, Prebor, the owner and CEO. Gar, thanks for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
And we have Ryan Morian, the golf pro here. Ryan, thanks for coming on.
Thank you.
All right, first off, guys, Oakland Beach, how long has it been here? How long has this course been here?
Course was built in 1927. The hotel preceded that. Was built in the early 1900s, but the course was built by a gentleman, Paul McGuire, and the layout has remained the same since then. And actually in 1939, it was listed as the longest course in the country.
Wow.
Oakmont was number 2. So it has a long kind of storied history here.
Tell us about any famous people that have played up here.
We actually have an exhibition ticket from 1930 where it was an exhibition match against Walter Hagen versus Tommy Armour.
Wow.
Yeah. So the history is, long precedes us, and we just celebrated our 90th anniversary last year.
And when did you come into taking this course over?
So I got involved right out of college. It was supposed to be kind of a temporary gig because my father had had a small financial interest in the course since the mid-70s, and I kind of fell in love with the area. I knew it as a summer area as a child, but I fell in love with the area and have been here since 1989.
So then when you took over the course?
That's when I took over the outside aspect of it. I bought the course in 1999.
And you said you visited here. Where are you from originally?
I'm from Oakmont in Pittsburgh.
Oh,
Yeah,
so you're familiar with that course too?
I am familiar with that facility as well.
How do you compare the two? If you can compare them. Actually, Oakmont is a PGA course, but how do you compare them?
I think some of the interesting aspects, especially now that Oakmont's kind of gone back to its roots, is that a lot of those courses were designed as parkland-style courses. So there was a lot of open space, and trees were just strategically located. This course, when it was originally built, was built with the intent that there would be a lot more naturalized areas. In fact, the transition from the fairway to the rough was 3 feet. I mean, there was no intermediate rough at all. Obviously, that's gone by the wayside since we're a public resort facility. That might be a nightmare for the average golfers. But by and large, the layout is very, very similar.
And Ryan, how long have you been here as a pro?
As the pro, it's my 5th season.
Okay, and what made you come here to work at Oakland?
Well, I grew up in Conneaut Lake,
right.
So obviously I have ties to the area. But as a youngster, this is where I started playing golf, and I actually washed carts for Gar when I was 14, 15, 16 years old.
Nice.
So as I had progressed in my career and moved away and decided to start a family, Conneaut Lake was the logical choice, and couldn't be happier to have ended up back here.
What makes this course unique to you?
To me, it's how different the golf course can play for different levels of players, and I think later we're going to get to experience that a little bit. But some of the holes for a low handicapper, some very significantly long holes that can also be played fairly short from our white tees. So it's a nice mixture for anybody to come out and play. The high handicapper, the low handicapper. We have a lot of ladies who play golf here, and it's just a great atmosphere to be out here by the lake in the summer with the breeze, and a popular place to come.
Well, I know how long it can play. Trust me. I played the blue tees last year, and you can tell the difference big time.
Certainly.
And just a view, like up on number 7 we were talking about, that's like my favorite hole, where you can see everything in the background down at the lake and all that. But what hole do you consider to be the most challenging on this course?
Personally, again, we're going to find out here in a little bit, but number 11, it's a hole that is considerably different from the back tees. It requires a specific type of tee shot. You need to hit something left to right. From our white tees, it's a fairly straightaway hole, and if you're a long player, you can get pretty close to the green. But from the back tees, it's a good solid driver, and might even be a 4 or 5 iron. Very, very difficult hole. But some other holes that play challenging as well is the follow-up hole. Number 12 is very long from the back tees. number 2, number 3 here from our back tees are driver, mid to long irons. So there's several out here, but I picked number 11. It's just a little personal favorite of mine, and I used to hit thousands of balls there as a kid, trying to learn how to hit it left to right, because I'm a left misser, so that's where I learned how to hit a cut.
With you being the golf pro, what's your hours for people if they want to come out and get fitted for clubs, or a little bit of learning how to golf to teach them?
I think the next day Gar's going to give me off is like November 15th. So,
So you're pretty booked.
if somebody wants a lesson or a club fitting, I can usually get them in within a day or two. But yeah, I'm here mornings till evenings, pretty much 7 days a week. We can make it work for whoever wants to get a lesson or get clubs fit.
Let's elaborate on that. If somebody wants a lesson, how much is it cost, and is it a half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour? Is it up to the person and you? How does it work?
My standard lesson is 45 minutes.
Okay.
It's a $50 charge for that. Includes video. Could
Wow,
include
that's nice.
launch monitor if you want. I have some 3D Doppler technology. That's pretty fancy.
And where does that take place? At the driving range or right
We
here?
do that at our
course?
practice facility on the other side of the street with
Okay.
some nice upgrades up there. We've got a nice short game area we're working on now,
Wow.
and one of the longest ranges, I believe, in the Northeast as well. Fantastic, a lot of grass teeing area. It's beautiful. It's a great place to teach.
So Gar, let's talk about that. Since you've taken over, what improvements have you made?
Well, we've really worked hard to extend the course the best we can with without making tee boxes. If in some of the older style courses, you'll find that they've kind of outlived the life of the new equipment. So you'll find
Right.
that you have tee boxes in landing areas of other courses or other tees and things like that and holes. So what we've done is we've worked hard to extend that. We have reestablished the few bunkers that we have had, and we're going to work hard to reestablish some of those. We did put in we're one of the only courses in the area that's a public course that has a full irrigation system.
Yep.
So we have fairways, tees, and greens, which is, as you know, with climate change, it's variable in the summer, and if we have a hot, dry summer, it's a nice. We try to allow people to still have that roll out there, but try to keep everything at least aesthetically green and attractive. And Ryan had mentioned the range, so we built that range, I don't know, probably 15, 20 years ago, but it was actually the home when they were doing regional qualifiers for the World Long Drive Contest. It was
wow.
the home of the largest regional qualifier in the country. We would have a couple hundred people trying to qualify for the World Championships. And it is all the way to the back of the range. From the standard tees is about 375, and from the adapted long range tee it was 430 to the back. So so it's a long way. So there's a lot of room for Ryan to teach, and also, as he had indicated, we're in the process of building on our lower tee. We're building a large practice green, and so
people can chip on and practice
chip
chipping.
on, and we'll practice putting, and
awesome.
so Ryan will be able to kind of set up his operation over there and not have to move back and forth to our practice green.
So people can go to the driving range and hit a bucket of balls in it if they want to come out here and play 18.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How much is the driving range open the same time the course is open?
The driving range is open dawn to dusk. Actually,
Okay.
it's an automated system. As you know, with automation, it doesn't always work as well. When it works, no one thinks about it. When it doesn't work, they can always come down to the pro shop and grab a token or a paper coupon, which you can put in up there as well. And one of the graded you asked about assets that I've done is probably bringing on one of the top club pros in northwestern Pennsylvania. So I mean, Ryan is more than capable of teaching every aspect of the game, has been in the game a long time, and he was mentored by a gentleman who was actually a Conneaut Lake native, Bobby Meyer, and Bobby Meyer has since retired from Valley Brook, and comes to Ryan for lessons. So I mean, that's
Wow.
quite a feather in
It sure
Ryan's
is.
cap.
Let's talk about outings. If people want to have an outing here, who do they contact, and can they have an outing any day, or how's that work?
I'll let Ryan
Yep.
field this
That-
because
that would-
I've moved outside
Okay.
kind of on a
that would
full-time
typically
basis.
fall to me. I'm normally going to field that phone call, and the answer is yes. I mean, there's a possibility to have an outing any day of the week. We do a lot of charity events. Some of them are Wednesdays, Fridays, several weekend events. We like to have a nice blend of our member and resort traffic play, but also to be able to do some of the local community events. Our first one of the season is actually coming up the 12th, which will be the boosters for the golf team, the local golf team.
And that's Cash Golf Team.
Correct.
So Cash Golf Team plays here.
It's their home course.
And that's probably pretty interesting too, right? That's probably pretty neat for the kids.
It's great for the kids. Yeah, they have a great time out here practicing and playing, and hopefully we can just get them out here more often.
Let's talk about leagues. How many leagues do you have, and what nights do they play here?
We have leagues every weeknight,
Monday through Friday.
Monday through Friday. We also have a Sunday morning league with our
Wow.
VFW. We have Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning, and Thursday morning leagues that are our ladies' leagues. So
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday leagues.
yeah, a lot of opportunity.
What
for
time
the
do they
ladies,
tee off?
but, they vary, but mostly between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock, generally.
And do they tee off like back nine, front nine? Do they switch? Or?
They alternate, yes, every week. So that way, because they're only playing a 9-hole match.
So if people come to play, then you can put them on the other side,
Sure.
right? If they if somebody comes at 8:30, if their ladies are starting on the front, you put them on the back.
Yeah, there's lots of ways to do it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
All right, let's talk about, and one of the greatest things I think here, let's talk about your price structure, and let's go during the week first.
Okay.
Okay. Well, this area is unique, and it's been recognized by the National Golf Foundation as being one of the most unique areas for golf in the country, because we have an abundance
Yes.
of mid-range
Yep.
golf facilities.
Which to a
And-
golf person like me is great.
yeah, which gives local people a lot of options. So with that, we've had to grow to be very competitive. Especially, we are computerized in our system, so we can kind of evaluate course utilization. So we've gone to some weekday specials that have sort of extended deals to the general public that are, actually mind-boggling if you think that it's 2018. Is
No,
that
they're good deals.
Monday and Wednesday we're 18 holes for $19.
Let me interrupt you here for a minute, Garl. My brother-in-law comes in from Long Island, and when I bring him up here, and the first time I brought him here, him and I went out to play, and he put down $60, $70 on the counter, and the lady goes, "How many people do you have?" And he goes, "Just two of us." She goes, "Well, that's too much money." And he looked at me and goes, "I would be playing here every day if I lived here," because in Long Island, New York, it's like $60 just for 18 holes. So he couldn't believe the 18 holes for $19.
Yeah,
And that's Monday and Wednesday.
that's Monday and Wednesday. So basically, it's the same price as our regular rack rate would be for 9 holes. So you buy 9 holes and you get 9 holes free.
Yeah.
And then our senior specials, which run on Tuesday and Thursday, are just $22.
And what
that's-
age is that for seniors?
And 60 and over.
Okay.
And that's
You
18.
fit right in.
I'm looking good here right now.
Yeah, perfect. You can play 4 days
That's right.
for under,
And
under
what's their-
$120.
And then, yeah, not counting Monday, Wednesday, but the normal rate for a person who's not a senior.
So a non-senior, where the only day obviously it would really apply at this point would be Fridays, would be 27, and
Still
that
good.
that price
Real
has
good.
remained the same
Wow.
for the last 6 or 7 years. And then on the weekends we're 35, and that's 18 holes including the cart. We do have a number of 36-hole specials and things like that that include, a hamburger or a hot dog and drink on the turn and things like that. So, and that's 42?
42 weekdays.
42 during the week and 54 in the weekend.
Pretty good price. And then
Yeah.
you guys started last year your membership package.
Yeah. Good question,
I tell
Ed.
you what, I took advantage of that last year. And I loved it, and I'm doing it this year again. Could you tell the folks what you mean? Because you guys started around here, and then other clubs or other courses are actually starting to follow with that.
So we started this. Ryan and I did this sort of collectively, in that we were trying to figure out where the problem was. Is we were having difficulty having in-house events because our membership, even though our play was steady, our membership was starting to decline. So what we ended up doing was we're like, okay, well, let's think outside the box. Let's see, we're in a resort area where a lot of people only are here 3 or 4 months out of the year, and then they close up their cottage. And how can we make them vested in our facility, Because I always say in the summer, we're not competing with the 10 other golf courses in the area. We're competing with the lake. So, we need to get people off of the lake on a nice day and playing 9 holes or 18 holes on the weekends. So we had talked, and there were some other courses that had tried this experiment around the country with some success, and we're like, how low can we go and still make it feasible for us to really make money and make it an enjoyable facility for everybody. So we fell upon $299, which it used to be $650.
Wow.
So when we dropped to $299, carts are not included, but that gives you access to the facility 7 days a week. So if you're a walker, or if you just want to come out here in the evening and play, 4 or 5 holes, as long as you're not interfering with other people, you come out, you stretch your legs, you can play until dark, and it's a great way to just get out and get some exercise. But then our cart structure was modified that if you're a member, you get modified cart prices. And for now, it's $10 for 9 holes, 7 days a week.
Nice.
And $13 7 days a week for 18 holes. So you come out on Saturday and you're a member, you pay $13. You come out on a Monday and you're a member, you pay $13. So we hope it gives people the incentive to come out here and utilize the facility and be like, hey, what are we doing this afternoon? Let's go golf. We're already a member, we're already vested. And what Ryan's working hard this year, because last year was a little bit of an experiment. We didn't quite realize how it was going to happen, and we all of a sudden tripled our memberships. And we're on a pace right now to break that. But Ryan is really developing an aggressive program that we're going to have weekend games where you can buy in and you'll get credit in the pro shop, and we're going to have
That's a good idea.
reestablish our club pro position, or I'm sorry, a club championship, and we're going to do a match play event, and we're going to really try to interact and make these people feel vested again in this area.
Let's talk about your golf course, something I know very personal and very up close, since I had to replace one a couple of years ago. Remember?
Yes.
Yeah. But how often do you change your carts, and you guys lease them, or how does that work for you guys?
We used to lease, and then we bought these carts out of lease, and we're in the process now. Just 2 years ago, we've got 10 new Easy Goes, and what we're going to be in the process of changing out this, even though these are reliable carts, they're starting to show their age, and we're going to be changing out, season and revenue permitting, 4 to 6 a season, and just start to update our. But we do have 10 brand new ones. We have 65 in our fleet, and all the area golf courses have always been, incredibly cooperative to, if we do have events that extend beyond that number, we borrow from each other. It's
Nice.
a really good, friendly competition in this area.
What about who takes care of the course? Like who's out there making sure it's in play, cutting, and making sure the greens are okay?
This was the year I had done it for almost 20 years, and then I had sort of worked my way inside in more an administrative role, and I decided this winter to get back outside full time. So
Wow.
I've been here since 6 a.m.
So after this winter, which is not letting go until now, you've been busy, haven't you?
The last 14 days
Yeah.
have been crazy because everything we've done sort of intermittently for the last 6 weeks, typically we ended up, basically setting up to where, we now have to get it all done.
Yeah.
And I've got a good established crew out there that understands. And like I said, this isn't my first go around outside. I actually went back to Penn State early in my career and got my agronomy degree. So I really understand the outside facility. It took me to get away from it to realize how much I missed it and how much that someone has to be hands-on out there every day, because otherwise, if you look at the course driving in a cart across fairways and you don't look at it as a golfer every day, you start to realize that you may overlook things, but as you start to ride the course like a golfer and look at the course like a golfer, you start to see the little things that.
Oh, it's a beautiful course.
Yeah.
I mean, I really enjoy it. Mike,
Well, I agree,
I
and
like
if for the price too, it's amazing, how you keep the price low so people can come and enjoy the course and play. There's a lot of retired people here. There's a lot of people like to play, but some courses are leaving, throughout the country. I know some courses are dissolving or they're not making it. There are so many courses in the area. Do you see that happening around here, or is the play still good? I know you went to that new membership thing.
Well, Ryan can probably address that because he's more on top of what's happening nationally. But I mean, I'm not sure. We're surprised how many have hung in there. But
yeah, I think per capita we have more golf courses in this part of the state than anywhere in the country. And nationally, we lost about 350 golf courses last year that have closed. I haven't heard of anybody in the area being in trouble, and we've got a lot of owners and operators of these courses that work very hard to keep their facilities open year to year.
We went to Tampa, me and my friends, a couple weeks ago and played a course that was in really bad shape, and we were done and we were amazed how much they charged and how bad the course was in shape. And this young lady was getting her clubs out, and she was at the local college there, and we said, "Are you on the golf team?" She goes, "Yeah, and I'm practicing here today." And I said, "Wow, that course is in terrible shape, and they charge all this money." And she laughed. She goes, "Well, at the end of May they're closing. They're going to put condos here." So I said, "No wonder why they haven't done anything." I wish they would have told us beforehand. But that's a good thing. Tell us about how you try to get the youth involved in playing. I know that's a big push with the PGA now, trying to get young people involved.
Yeah, that's of course the future of the game.
Yeah.
Trying to get the kids off of their mobile devices and outside playing some sports. But we do a volunteer junior golf program on Sundays. It'll start after Father's Day this year, sometime mid to late June.
So if anybody watching wants to get their kids involved, do they just call?
They can call us and sign up, like us on Facebook. We always post that information. Make sure they have an account set up here with their email address, and we'll email that.
Yeah, tell them about that, because that's cool. When you make a reservation here or an appointment to play golf here, you get an email back sent to you right away.
Yes. Providing that you have an established account like you guys do, being members and avid players here. We have the ability to send individuals emails just to confirm their tee times. I can send you a note saying, "Hey, this Thursday we're doing this. Do you want to come out and take advantage of it?"
That is really good.
And we have the ability to send that to only members, so I can send that just to to Ed, or I can send that to the whole database that we have. So we communicate with our members a little bit more. And we try not to be intrusive to people, but we like to let people know of what's going on throughout the season, the specials they can take advantage of. Our bar and restaurants doing some fantastic
That's what I was
meals.
just getting ready to say, because they got some good food.
But not only that, but you guys have that. Do you still have that spaghetti night?
we do.
Talk about that. That's
So we've really tried to kind of create a comfort food restaurant, where you come here and you're not going to feel like you're out of your comfort zone, and we're not going to have strange things that people aren't aware of. It's and part of that, and part of the interesting thing about this facility, because it's been here so long, but the number of people, and Ryan can contest to this, is the number of people that come here for the first time and think that it's a private facility. And even though we've tried to emphasize that everybody's welcome. So as a standalone restaurant, in our effort to sort of promote that, we created this thing called Dollar Spaghetti. And we did this 20 years ago, and it was, everything's a la carte, and you know, I mean, conceivably you can come here and get a plate of spaghetti and a glass of water and walk away for $1. But you know, the atmosphere, and most people bring multiple family members. I mean, we have extended families that have running reservations that are, you know, tables of 12 and things like that have standing reservations. And
my wife and I come all the time.
yeah, and with that you get home. You can choose homemade meatballs. You can choose sausage. You can put mushrooms on your spaghetti. You
Garlic
can
bread.
Garlic bread, and it's, and for a very reasonable price in this area, you can walk away with a full meal and have a lot of atmosphere. I mean, you know, and like I said, it's really a time that people can sit on the other side of these windows and look out and see what kind of facility we have.
And what's really cool too, you guys employ some young kids who are coming around, taking the orders and giving you the food. And also too, you can call for reservations, which is cool, and then you come in and they just seat you whether your name is on the table, or you can just walk in sometimes if there's an open.
Yeah.
And that is, do you want to give the hours on that?
So that runs on Wednesdays, and that's 4 to 8.
Yeah.
And but like I said, our restaurant's open,
Right.
you know, 7 days a week now that we're in season. And, you know, please consider it as an alternative for lunch or business lunches, because what it, you know, again, you, depending on what you look for, we can get the food out fast, but you can sit and you can look out on the lake and out on the golf course, as opposed to, you know, looking out on a parking lot or looking out on a highway. And, you know, and it really gives you a chance to feel like, okay, you have an hour for lunch and you can kind of decompress and sort of get away from everything, and then come back and, you know, be energized, and then come back for golf in the afternoon.
All right, I think we'll look at some pictures, and then we'll go out to the, what hole, 11?
Number 11.
And Ed and I and Rick are Rick's gonna kill us, but Ed and I are gonna attempt to
Ryan.
Ryan.
Not Rick, Ray.
Ryan, sorry, Ryan. But Ed and I will try to attempt to do the best we can.
Okay.
So we'll be back.
Let's have at it.
We're here at number 11 now, and Ryan, why don't you tell us about the 11th hole, and you're going to hit from the blue tees.
Yeah, I'm going to play from the back tees here. As you can see, we're going to see two very different looking holes. This is a big dog leg from left to right, a very narrow fairway, about 440 from back here. It's going to take a good drive just to get it in the fairway and play to have some kind of mid-iron. Once we move up to the white tees, you're going to see a fairly straightaway hole from the whites, from the golds, from the reds. That is a little more open from the fairway, but from back here the fairway kind of narrows in right in the landing area. So gonna have to be a good one here today.
I see a lot of people when they tee off over here, they actually hit it into the fairway on 8, just so they have a good look at the green on 11.
I think that's one of those things, if you play here long enough, you can find a way on a lot of our holes to kind of misplay it but end up in really good shape. So yeah, actually you can blow it over there into 8 if you hit it high enough and have an open shot. Most people that I see play here end up in number 15. They end up a little bit left, and
that's me on the green.
And I typically do that myself a lot too. So we'll see.
All right, good luck.
All right, thank you.
Nice ball.
That's a perfect drive. And that's what, he's the pro here, Ed.
Okay, I think that's going to be in the left rough, but hopefully that gives me a shot at the green. We'll see once we
I guess I'll go ahead and go, Mike.
Okay, we'll be
Well, we're
moving
going to
up.
go up to the
We'll move up.
white tees.
Yes. All right, now we're going to have Ed's going to hit now. Ed Marin on the tee. That's a good shot.
Good shot, yeah.
Very nice.
High draw, going a little bit left.
Yep. Good location.
Okay.
Good job, Ed.
Are you going to the senior tees, Mike?
Oh, they were right.
Okay.
Senior tees right up there.
Too bad we didn't take my first one, huh? Or the
That one, yes. The practice one was perfect.
What's wrong with that one?
We'll still take it. I'm over there with Ryan.
We'll see if we got some tree trouble between the two of us. Yes. Stretch them.
He's even got the golf hat on.
He does. Looks official. And right down the right side.
Should bounce
He had a
to
good
the
kick.
left.
Take that.
Well played.
Yes, there you go. Better than yesterday.
That's right. Now we're going to go for our second shots.
This one, or does he take this one?
Mike about ready to hit his second shot. How far out are you, Mike?
It's got 200 to get it all the way back there. Uphill.
There you
Nice. Got that one moving.
Okay. Not bad.
go. Wasn't bad, huh? Now we're going to go over here with Ryan.
All right. 180.
About 180, 185 up
Yep.
the hill.
The hill.
Spins all the way back.
It's a nice hole going up this hill, isn't that it?
I like this hole. Good view from the tee, too.
Yeah. Coming back.
Nope.
But out to the right, but good distance. Good play. From
Still 180. That's pretty good.
Yes. Now we'll go to Ed's ball.
Yes.
Where's yours at?
Up there.
Okay. Ed's second shot is 150. And what kind of shot does he need there?
It's something that's going to get high over those trees. Land soft right by the pin.
Using an 8 iron. New irons.
Just clipped the limb.
Not bad though.
Solid.
Yeah.
Good swing.
Thought at least with that wind it would draw it in.
That limb kicked it out of.
Good shape.
You see mine up in the front.
Isn't it? You say you love it.
Yeah, I like it so far.
Let's hit it 66 yards right by the pin.
Here we go.
Oh, look at
Well,
that.
that's just about
Right at the
66. Look at this. Beautiful shot, Mike.
Nice shot, Mike. Took you 10 shots, but you got it. Nice shot.
My first one.
Very nice. Very nice.
Thank you. Okay, Ed.
So how would you play this, Ryan?
Yeah.
On this hole?
Boy, it really swerps down.
Slope, I got to kind of carry it on top of the slope, but not get it going so fast. I'm going to use one of my mid wedges. I got a 50 on here. Just got to play it near where my stand. Kind of.
Brian, I got a question before you hit. A hole like this, you want to keep it below the hole if you don't, right?
Almost all of the greens here, yes.
Because you want to putt up. Okay.
So we'll try and get it as close as possible without.
Sure.
Oh, I took a bad.
Bad bounce, but he's
Bad
below the
bounce.
hole though. Now we'll go to Ed.
Yep.
Slope down. Or
Yeah, if you see the green, it definitely slopes right to left.
So what are you doing? Hitting up to the top, or are you going right up?
Well, I don't think today it'll be so fast that you need to go up to the top, but I think he probably needs to play a good 5 or 6 feet to the right of it.
Okay.
Okay, let's see if you can do it.
Yeah, Ed's a member here, and he really tells me all the time how much this course. He loves it.
Beautiful.
Nice. There you go. Look at that run.
Perfect. And you can see it moving from right to left.
He's looking out of par.
What happens when you pick up your head, Phil?
I think we're all putting now.
Yes.
It only took us 20 shots, but we got there. All right, Mr. Mike Fiorillo's up. This is the quietest I've heard him when he's putting. Uh-oh.
Look at that, it's coming down.
Oh,
Wow.
that was a nice putt.
Is Ed going to give you that one?
I don't know if I can give it to him.
Now Ed's gonna. Who's putting? Ryan's gonna putt. You got
Here
a long
comes
putt
Ryan.
here, Ed.
He does have a long putt.
And-
You want me to move my ball there, Ryan?
Ryan says not a problem. He's gonna hit it off your ball and put it in. It's a good putt, Ed.
Looks
It's coming
good, real good
down,
putt.
staying up.
Just stayed up a little bit.
Nice putt. Came down a little bit. Good putt.
Here you go, Ryan.
Now, Ed.
He's the last one with a chance at
Ryan,
par.
Ed has told me he's probably the best putter on this course. For many years, he said that he always won putts.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
I'm assuming that's after the round at the bar. Okay.
You're absolutely correct.
Looks good.
Beauty.
There
Look
it
at
is,
this. He
Mr.
drained
One
it.
Putt. I told you.
First take.
Huh?
I love that.
Good job, Ed.
That was fun.
Ryan, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having us out
Enjoyed
here today
that.
at Oakland
Thank you.
Beach
Really,
Golf
that was
Course. And what's your website?
www.oaklandbeach.com.
Check it out, folks. And that's a wrap here at Oakland Beach.